Hey, Shalom, Shalom Akim, your brother Brothers at Allah from GMS London Camp. First and foremost, I want to give all praises and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachakodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders, the great millstone. Blessed to the hopeful and sincere elect, Bachoya Kodash, Baha Rataza. Just on a quick one, man, birds of a prey from the Metro over here in London. And this is in response to Apostle Elder Gabar's video that he did a few days back in regard to, vicious animal attacking humans, in particular like birds, man. And that's why I'm going to name this sit down birds of a prey. And these humans are becoming the birds' prey. They're becoming their targets through the spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai as an act of vengeance upon the wicked. This is aggressive. Gospel Oak Crow is attacking at least 20 people a day. There's video footage of the crows doing their thing, so to speak, pecking at these damn heathens. The majority of them are straight up Edomites, man. They got that long doggy string like hair. So you can tell that there's a spirit on them crows over there in the Gospel Oak, in that area, against the residents, so to speak. Says the crow has launched a campaign of violence against a woman in Gospel Oak after it had been caught dive bombing onto residents. Says victims have come forward saying that the bird keeps swooping down on them until they surrender and run away screaming. Says it has even claimed the crow has made one woman bleed. So this is the judgment on the Lord upon those wicked residents over there in Gospel Oak, man. Especially these Edomites, man, because they're the wicked seed on the earth. They're the seed of the wicked, of that wicked one, going back to their forefather Cain. That's on the earth right now, which the earth has been given into the hand of the wicked. And so the Lord's pouring out judgment in these last days upon the wicked by using his creations, man. Because the Lord can use anything at his disposal because he created it. Whether it could be the weather patterns, so-called Mother Nature, which is the Father's nature, really. Or you could use people, which Esau Edom, he's known as the red horse that was made to take peace from the earth in Revelation 6 and 4. Or you could use animals, man, or anything else that he sees so fit to use. And the animals is part of the plagues that the Lord's pouring out upon in modern day Egypt, which represents America, and Great Britain is part of that whole beast system. So they're going to receive the same plagues, man, or of the same plagues. So these animals are going to start turning vicious and more vicious in these last days, especially as we come into the time of Jacob's trouble, man. The Lord's going to put a cold spirit, on these animals to tear people's asses apart. And as a matter of fact, even the 2/3 as well. And I've got, one main precept, but I've got another two, I guess, I'm going to read. I'll just read this one for now. This is Jeremiah 15 and 3. It says, and I will appoint over them, and I'll read from verse 2. It says, and it shall come to pass, if they shall say unto thee, whither shalt thou go forth? It says, thou shalt tell them, thus saith the Lord, such as for death to death, and such as for the sword to the sword, and such as are for the famine to the famine, and such as are for the captivity to the captivity. So the Lord is pouring out these judgments, man, upon the 2/3 and upon the wicked nations of this earth, namely Esau, Edom, and other heathen nations. And verse 3 says, and I will appoint over them 4 kinds. So these are 4 different types of judgments the Lord's going to pour out upon 2/3 of his own people and under other wicked nations. And I will appoint over them 4 kinds, saith the Lord. The sword to slay, which the modern day sword is what? The gun. And the dogs to tear, there's going to be people getting mauled to death. And that number's skyrocketing as well. People getting mauled to death by packs of dogs. Wild dogs, man. Special breeds, so to speak. And the dogs to tearing their asses up, ravenous. And the fowls of the heaven, which represents what? Birds of a prey, man. So the fowls of heaven are tearing up these heathens apart, and they're going to actually start killing people. Like I said in the article, that the crow was drawing blood from a particular heathen that he was targeting. He started drawing blood from her. Where in the last days, which we're in, these fowls of the heaven are going to start actually putting people to death, you know, pecking their eyes out, so to speak. You know, it says, and the beasts of the earth, which are other animals, it says to devour and destroy. So the Lord's got all kind of creepy crawlies out here waiting to devour these peoples, man. These wicked specimens out here, because we're in a time of great judgment. So this is just the you know, the beginning of sorrows, as they say. You know, it's only going to get worse for these heathens out here and the wicked of our people. It's the 2nd Ezra 8:50. For many great miseries shall be done to them that in the latter time shall dwell in the world, because they have walked in great pride. So this is the judgment of the Lord upon the wicked, because they have walked in great pride, man. And they think that you know, the Lord doesn't see all the wickedness that's going on the earth and think he's pleased with it, you know. The Lord's going to tear these people up a new one, man. Ecclesiasticus 39:28, it says there be spirits that are created for vengeance. So that spirit on that bird right now is a spirit of vengeance from the Lord. There be spirits that are created for vengeance, says, which in their fury lay on sore strokes. See those animal attacks, vicious animal attacks, man, out of nowhere, because that's the spirit of the Lord, man. You know, on these animals, it says, which in their fury lay on sore strokes. In the time of their destruction, they pour out their force and appease the wrath of him that made them. Yeah, who made them? Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. It says, fire and hail and famine and death. Yeah, and all these were created for vengeance. So we're in a time of great vengeance, man. Many miseries, great miseries shall be done unto them in the latter days that shall dwell upon the earth. Roughly paraphrasing from the past precept I just read, 2nd Ezra 8:50. Many great miseries, and part of that is these vengeful attacks from animals, man. Then you got the fire and the hail and the famine, you know, great death, teeth of wild beasts. So there's going to be more vicious attacks. There's going to be more zoos getting broken into, or, you know, animals breaking out and getting let loose into society, so to speak. And they're going to have their way in these last days, man. Especially in the time of Jacob's trouble, ain't going to be no caretakers to take care of them animals and them zoos. They're going to find their way out of there, man, into the main cities. And guess who they're going to be hunting down, man? It says teeth of wild beasts and scorpions, serpents, and the sword, punishing the wicked to destruction. So this is a punishment for the wicked to destruction, man. So that's why those crows are getting vicious over there in Gospel Oak. And the word gospel means the good news, man. So that's good news for us, for hearing, you know, brothers of the hopeful elect, that destruction is nigh at hand and is punishing the wicked to destruction. So that's good news for us, man. So this is just another quick one, man. You know, birds of a prey. So, you know, keep your eyes open, man, because them birds are out there, man. Them fowls of the heaven are out there, man. And these damn heathen are their targets. And 2/3 of our people. So anyway, with that, when I close out, give all praises and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakodash, and Shalom to the hopeful and sincere elect.